Welcome back to Bible and Blues, and we are actually back in the same environment. It looks different here, but if I take the camera and I just kind of move it around here a little bit, you'll see some different things that are respective of the previous. You see there's this whole right behind me is this whole thing with the train car, the flying train car, and just all the different things going on here. As Daw Island is what it's called, and you can see back there, right over here, you can see right there's just said the whole island theme. It almost looks like it's like a serving of fries, almost, doesn't it? So anyway, so that's this is more in the Daw Island thing, and this is actually where you spawn at on this environment. I'm just gonna get camera back into position here a little bit. So we left off with John chapter 6, and we finished up John chapter 6, and now we're moving on to John chapter 7. Clearly makes perfect sense, right? So I don't have my notes in front of me, which is kind of bothersome. I had them open. Let's see if I can get them coming up here. So, come on. Don't close all tabs. I want all tabs open. Sometimes I don't understand the system, but so we're going to go without it, see what we come up with, because I read this once this morning already. So this is when Jesus goes to the Festival of Tabernacles. After this, Jesus went around in Galilee. He did not want to go about in Judea because the Jewish leaders there were looking for a way to kill him. But the Jewish Festival of Tabernacles was near. Jesus' brother said to him, "Leave Galilee and go to Judea, so that your disciples there may see the works you do. No one who wants to become a public figure acts in secret. Since you are doing these things, show yourself to the world." For even his own brothers did not believe in him. Therefore, Jesus told them, "My time is not yet here. For you, any time will do. The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify that its works are evil. You go to the festival. I am not going to go to this festival because my time has not yet fully come." After he said this, he stayed in Galilee. However, after his brothers had left for the festival, he went also, not publicly, but in secret. Now at the festival, the Jewish leaders were watching for Jesus and asking, "Where is he?" Among the crowds, there was a widespread whispering about him. Someone said, "He's a good man." Others replied, "No, he deceives the people." But no one would say anything publicly about him for fear of the leaders. Jesus teaches at the festival. Not until halfway through the festival did Jesus go up to the temple courts and begin to teach. The Jews there were amazed and asked, "How did this man get such learning without having been taught?" Jesus answered, "My teaching is not my own. It comes from the one who sent me. Anyone who chooses to do the will of God will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak on my own. Whoever speaks on their own does so to gain personal glory, but he who seeks the glory of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him. Has not Moses given you the law? Yet not one of you keeps the law. Why are you trying to kill me?" "You are demon-possessed," the crowd answered. Who is trying to kill you?" Jesus said to them, "I did one miracle, and you are all amazed. Yet because Moses gave you circumcision, though it actually did not come from Moses, but from the patriarchs, you circumcised a boy on the Sabbath. Now if a boy can be circumcised on the Sabbath so that the law of Moses may not be broken, why are you so angry with me for healing a man's whole body on the Sabbath? Stop judging by mere appearances, but instead judge correctly." At this point, some of the people of Jerusalem began to ask, "Isn't this the man they are trying to kill? Here he is, speaking publicly, and they are not saying a word to him. Have the authorities really concluded that he is the Messiah? But we know where this man is from. When the Messiah comes, no one will know where he is from." Then Jesus, still teaching on the temple courts, cried out, "Yes, you know me, and you know where I am from. I am not here on my own authority, but he who sent me is true. You do not know him, but I know him because I am from him, and he sent me." At this, they tried to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him because his hour had not yet come. Still, many in the crowd believed in him. They said, "When the Messiah comes, will he perform more signs than this man?" The Pharisees heard the crowd whispering such things about him. Then the chief priests and the Pharisees sent the temple guards to arrest him. Jesus said, "I am with you for only a short time, and then I am going to the one who sent me. You will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come." The Jews said to one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we cannot find him? Will he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks, and teach the Greeks? What did he mean when he said, 'You will look for me, but you cannot find, but you will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come'?" On the last and greatest day of the festival, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as the scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." By this, he meant the Spirit, whom those who believed in him were later to receive. Up to that time, the Spirit had not been given, since Jesus had not yet been glorified. On hearing his words, some of the people said, "Surely this man is a prophet." Others said, "He is a Messiah." Still others asked, "How can the Messiah come from Galilee? Does not the scripture say the Messiah will come down from David's descendants and from Bethlehem, the town where David lived?" Thus the people were divided because of Jesus. Some wanted to seize him, but no one laid a hand upon him. Finally, the temple guards went back to their chief priests and the Pharisees, who asked them, "Why didn't you bring him in?" "No one ever spoke the way this man does," the guards replied. "You mean he has deceived you also?" the Pharisees retorted. "Have any of the rulers or the Pharisees believed in him?" "No, but this mob that knows nothing of the law, there is a curse on them." Nicodemus, who had gone to Jesus earlier and who was one of their own number, asked, "Does our law condemn a man without first hearing him to find out what he's been doing?" They replied, "Are you from Galilee too? Look into it, and you will find that a prophet does not come out of Galilee." So here is the reading of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So much going on in here. There's a few things that kind of stand out. And again, I don't have notes this time. I wasn't able to open up that screen. I don't know why, but I wasn't. Life goes on. So, one of the things is that he told them that you go to the festival. I'm not going to go to this festival because my time's not yet come. Because he also knew that they were out to kill him, and it was not the time to show up publicly. They wanted him to show up publicly and just kind of put him. They wanted him put in his place. When your brother, these were actual, his physical brothers, and they were like, come on, they wanted what brothers want, which is, kind of put their brother Jesus back in his place, because he was just being all uppity. But he was like, no, my time is not yet here, and for you, any time will do. So when they left, he stayed in Galilee. However, after that, he left, and he went to the the festival. But the leaders were watching for him. Okay, it wasn't until the festival was halfway through It wasn't until the festival was half done that he actually finally got up. So it was after a lot of things had happened. So they've been looking for him, and so he just kind of gave them time to kind of run themselves out. So, and when the people were they were kind of 50-50. About half believed he was a Messiah, half believed he was demon possessed. And they were because of what he was saying and what he was doing. And he talks to them about this whole concept of he did one miracle. I did one miracle, and you're all amazed. Yet because Moses gave you circumcision, you circumcise a boy on the Sabbath. Now, if you can do that, I'm healing an entire body why are you angry at me? I mean, you're just doing that little thing there. I'm doing this big thing for this man. So, he's asking for proper, perspective here. So, so they're asking questions like, isn't this the man you were trying to kill? Here he is speaking publicly, and they're not saying a word to him. So here they are. They're saying they're going to kill him, but then when he's right there in front of them, they're not doing anything. So that starts making people question about what they heard about, the authorities versus, and how they're reviewing Jesus. So, again, and he was still kind of in his home area here, and they were very confused because, and here he was in Galilee, and they were trying to figure out, why aren't they, this is Jesus, and this is just a normal guy from down the road, and why he's doing all these things, and why are they not trying to stop him? So he continued to teach. He continued to teach in there, and there were some people were saying, surely this man is the prophet. Others said he is the Messiah. So they were still divided. As he started to win people over, some took it all the way up to he went from demon possessed to prophet to Messiah. So this is kind of the path that he went throughout the festival. So, and at the end of the festival, the Pharisees were asking the guards, why didn't you get him? And they were mesmerized by what he was saying. Nobody had talked like him before, and so the Pharisees were, have any of the rulers of the Pharisees believed in him? No, but this mob knows nothing of the law. They were very down on the people themselves. Like, you couldn't know the law. Only they're allowed to know the law. And then you have Nicodemus, who, as we know from before, he was actually has spoken to Jesus, and actually, he was concerned about the actual law, and does our law condemn a man without first hearing him to find out what he has been doing? You can't just condemn him for outright. We do it in the media. We do it in the court of public opinion, and they had their own court of public opinion. But the law still has to be followed. And the reply to him was, "What, are you from Galilee too? Look into it, and you'll find that a prophet does not come out of Galilee." And so they were still talking down, because where he was from seemed to really bug them. Nothing good comes from Nazareth, right? So we heard that much earlier. So anyway, I hope I didn't ramble too much, but like I said, I didn't have my notes, but that's okay. And I hope you got something out of this. I sure did. So God bless. Have a great day. Bye.